to the KDFL Dynasty Football Podcast. It's the Dynasty Podcast with the league to follow along with. And I'm joined again by the zenful Matt Smith. How are you, sir?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. It is the Christmas episode.
And happy holidays.
And happy holidays. All right, let's get it started. First, we have the NFL week that was. Because of the holiday season, this is going to be a little bit of an abbreviated podcast episode, but we wanted to get one in because we had a huge week in the NFL as well as the first round of the KDFL playoffs. But let's start with the NFL as we always do. Zenful Matt, a very big Thursday night in Las Vegas for the Raiders.
It is.
What are the thoughts? Take it away.
What was it, 49-0 at halftime? Or in the third
42.
quarter? I think it was 42.
40, yes, and then it goes to
49-0. I just think it was great and all. Hayden O'Connell. I mean, it's kind of funny, though. The offense, nobody on the offense put up a lot of fantasy points. I think Jacoby Myers had 2 touchdowns. Aiden O'Connell. Nobody started Aiden O'Connell, though. But it's also part of me just thinks that the Chargers are playing chess and the Raiders are playing checkers because of the draft. And they were like, let's let these idiots beat us. And the Raiders happily took that. And I just wanted them to lose out and to get top 4, top 5 draft pick and trade up possibly. But that's gone now. People's talking. There's a slim chance. There's like 8 scenarios out there for the Raiders to make the playoffs. There's 8 scenarios, 8 teams. 6 of the 8 has to happen. People like Keegan, God bless his soul, still think there's a chance. And guys like
I remember being that age and thinking the exact same thing.
But there's also like a 39-year-old man, secret super fan, Roach, that also believes that these 6 out of 8 chances might happen. So, I don't know. The Raiders look good. I mean, I like Antonio Pierce. If anything, I think Mark Davis is going to be in a box where he has to hire Antonio Pierce. The fans love, or the players love him. The fans seem to like him a lot. They don't want another Rich Bisaccia thing.
This is a very different feel than that situation.
It is.
You feel like Pierce is like in control of what's happening.
And he will murder somebody if he has to.
He does. He seems quite ruthless. He embodies the team very well, I feel like.
Fun, entertaining, but what does that do for the future? Gives them a worse draft pick. They did get rid of Brandon Staley, which was awesome. That the Raiders were the team to officially get that guy fired.
Brandon Staley. I mean, that was, I feel like the Obi-Wan, like, you were the chosen one. You were supposed to be this guy going for it on 4th down all the time, do all this stuff. It just feels like he set us back so far. All right, us analytic nerds like myself who never want to kick field goals, who never want to punt hardly. I just feel like you've done so much damage now with the idiotic stuff. And I mean, as I said here in full Falcons gear, I remain amazed at coaches who the specialty that they come up in is what their team sucks in. Like defensive coordinator can't get it done defensively, spend a lot of money on defense not to get it done. And I heard an interesting thing with the Chargers, like they're in no man's land with a lot of offensive pieces. Like Herbert is it right now. Everybody's aging out. A lot of people are aging out. They don't seem to have.
I'll say dynasty purposes. Dude got 15 carries last game.
Spiller, I mean,
he got him. He's coming out.
You sound like me. You sound like me trying to talk myself in the Josh Palmer is still the next Keenan Allen. Like this is exactly why I did this to hope.
Isaiah Spiller is still like 12 years old, to be fair. I think he's 21, maybe 22 years old right now. He was super young coming out of college. But now that they suck, he is actually getting a chance to play, which is great to see.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to do something because I heard these I happened to hear today, these cap hits. Do you know that Mack and Bosa are both like 35 million plus cap hits?
I saw Raiders Twitter, X, whatever you call it. Raiders social media was like, oh, let's bring Khalil Mack back. I think
that's a Roach burner account. That's what that is.
It is. They're like, he can come back home after the Chargers won't be able to pay him. I'm like,
He
The
feels
dude
like
has
you
a
with quarterbacks is
contract.
him with defensive players. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So we don't need him. I would say the Raiders Christmas Day, 1 p.m. against the Chiefs. If they win that game, I will have a much different tone this time next week on the
Okay, so
podcast because they'll only
look at
be
the
one game
draft.
out. They'll be one game out of the division, I think,
Yeah, you
which
guys
is
are picking
crazy.
12th right now. Here's the thing though, like let's look in front. Like there's obvious teams in front of the Raiders, the New England's, the Arizona's, Washington.
Yeah,
Those people could be in market for a quarterback.
Chargers aren't winning again.
No,
They're done for this
Giants.
year.
Giants, we don't think are in the market for a quarterback. We don't think.
I don't think
All right.
so. I don't know how you
Jets.
get rid of
Well,
that
I don't know about the
contract.
Jets. I don't know what to think of the Jets. Like they could do like
Rogers
a Bo
just
Nix,
said
Penix
Roger
thing.
said on McAfee yesterday that next year is not
Right.
going to be his last. Not his last.
Yeah. But they could do a Penix or a Bo Nix. They're technically, I would think, a team that could, especially like a Jay Daniels tag on, if somebody needs polished because they could set. Then there's the Chargers. They're obviously staying put at quarterback. Titans, they're probably good. And then right now it's the Falcons, which Godspeed if we need something there. Obviously, we'll get that in a second. And Green Bay, you think, stays put at quarterback as well. So then it's Vegas. So it really could be the Falcons and the Raiders like jockeying back and
Yeah.
forth for the QB spots. So that could be interesting. But it is, I mean, you're looking at 4 to 5 QBs in the first round. But I hate that, like, oh, there'll just be one there. Like, that's not a position that, oh,
Yeah.
whoever falls to us will be that there. Like, I don't know.
It also seems what the Jets right now? What
Jets are 5-9.
no, I'm saying what position what pick do they have right now?
Oh, 7.
So yeah, there's no I mean to the guys like Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers, they were late first round picks. Somebody
Yeah.
getting drafted 7th, their asses are not sitting for 2 or 3
That's
years.
That's a very
You're,
good point.
you're
That's a
playing
very good point.
immediately.
That's a very good
They
point.
would the agent would not deal
The
with that.
Jets, I mean, but the Jets do have to have some sort. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to happen this year, but they do need
Yeah.
a plan after the 40-year-old quarterback.
Yeah.
Off an
But
Achilles.
I also think
Behind a bad O-line.
I was thinking about that with Robert Solly. Like I think we talked about this a few weeks ago. He hasn't done anything to secure his job,
Yeah.
but he did get Aaron Rodgers. He got
Right.
Aaron Rodgers, which I think
Right.
guarantees to be there again next year. Because Rodgers came there knowing the coaching staff. They're not going to fire the whole coaching staff with Rodgers been there next year. I don't think they
No.
would. Because then Rodgers is like, what the hell? Like
Hey, Rodgers has full control. I mean, you're looking at Randall Cobb, Alan
Yeah.
Lazard, Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
I even think he played a role in Dalvin Cook. Freaking Tim Boyle, like he really is. Like,
So I think Solly is safe.
he's the closest thing to a player coach that we've seen in.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, Antonio Pierce is definitely a player's coach.
Well, no, I mean like player
Like
coach, not
consistent
players
one.
coach. I'm talking about I'm talking about Babe Ruth, like managing the team and playing
Yeah.
the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move along. Saturday, good games. The Vikings and Bengals was very good. Actually, that was the only good game. I don't know why I said good games plural. I don't really have a lot. Now, I did just get a note that KZ's suspension was upheld. So he is down for the rest of the year after that hit on Michael Pittman. Absolutely looked awful. But KZ, again, everything on this podcast comes back to Atlanta. And he was known for those hits. That's always like, him and Keanu Neal were just launching themselves at people all the time. So it was like, it reminds you of Abram on the Raiders. Like it's just a launch thing, and you'll hurt yourself, a teammate, or the guy you're going to hit, but you're going to hurt somebody. It feels like.
What is Pittman's injury?
I mean,
I know it looked awful.
What do you mean?
Like what?
It's his hand.
Like,
he's in concussion protocol.
That's it. It looked like his body was snapped in half. Basically.
Right. He is. What I've seen, let me look at the player note on him for today because I saw it yesterday. He is progressing though through, which progressing is that's all you need.
Surprised
really.
It's not like concussion and not like back or something else.
Right, because the way he snapped back, I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Limited participant in practice, encouraging sign. He'll need to return to full participant before getting out of the concussion protocol. So that's a deal. He has to log a full practice. That's part of the protocol.
Oh, it is.
I have significant financial interest in Pittman playing this Sunday. So go Pittman, go. Okay. Let's
I
see.
mean,
Let's see. Let's
could the
see.
AFC South team start losing? The Colts, could they
That's
lose a game?
crazy, right?
Could the Texans lose a game? I thought the Titans had that game. Bro, and they're in that division. That's ridiculous. And what's crazy is the AFC North is better than the AFC South. The AFC South has three teams that are 8-6. The AFC North is better than that division. It's a wild few divisions. There's not even a crappy division in the AFC. AFC West is decent. What am I
The
missing?
East.
The AFC
Well, not the East, but the Bills
East.
and
The
Dolphins.
Bills. You got the Bills and the Dolphins. So like, that's not a terrible division either. You would think that they would be like an NFC South of the AFC based on how good some of these divisions are. Hey, I'm a beloved Saints fan, so
yeah, not with because the AFC South was supposed to be that division, and they do just keep winning right now.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
At least, well, really, it's just the Texans and the Colts have outperformed what they were supposed to do. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if I told you the Jags were 8-6, you wouldn't be like blown away. Like it's a horrible. I mean, I know that there was an easier schedule and everything, but 8-6, it wasn't like outside the realm of possibilities.
They were 8-3 though.
Yeah, they were. And the Titans even, I feel like the Titans at 5-9 because this was a very close loss. They've outperformed expectations. At least for me and my hater self.
Yeah. With amazing Will Levis. Give the man a chance.
Yeah. Give him a chance. We're still giving Will a chance. I don't even want to talk Falcons Panthers as we shift to Sunday. Lowest attended game in the modern era in NFL history, I've heard.
Was it? What was the?
I've heard that. I haven't seen the numbers. I know the 45 cents to get in the game. They said the number they said was not. I think it was like 70,000, which cannot be accurate because they only go off like tickets sold.
Well, I mean,
you could buy.
Probably accurate. No, because most people buy. I mean, all the
tickets sold. Yeah. Yes, if you had a turnstile there, people coming in, no way. It was no way.
Yeah, nobody. No way.
I know the joke about the 45-cent ticket, but that was with a website with fees. I did look at TickPick, and it was $5, like a $5 ticket easily. Absolutely amazing. The Falcons do. Arthur Smith is going to hold on his job for the rest of the season. That was confirmed by Arthur Blank. He does have to. And then they go back to Heineke. They go back to Heineke.
I was looking at NFL future odds, the only sports betting I truly like to do, and the will they make the playoffs? That was a bunch of options. So on the one app that Floridians have, the Hard Rock app. It's a monopoly in Florida.
We're monopolized here.
How dare you, Congress or whatever, make it a monopoly in Florida? But the odds were for who would make the playoffs. The Falcons had the best odds to win to make the playoffs compared to the Saints. I didn't look at the Panthers are definitely nothing. I didn't look at the Bucks, but the Falcons was much better than the Saints. So Vegas
the ending schedules,
Saints,
the Rams. Well, what's the game in between that the Saints have?
The Bucks.
Is it the Bucks? Okay, well that's why.
Yeah. So if the Bucks if the Saints win the next three, they're 100% in. If they win two of the next three, I think I saw they're 97% chance in.
I think if any of the NFC South wins the next three, they're automatically in. Because that would be us sweeping the Saints as well.
I think they would be too. But two of the three, the Saints 97% chance. So
I feel like a brook. Yeah, because and we are one of the only ones to talk about it on this podcast that I've even heard. The NFC South could easily get two teams in still, just because the top is there's no one running away with it. It's not some great thing, but
imagine the NFC South and the champion NFC in the NFC Conference Championship, two NFC South teams play.
What if they get three in because the teams improved to like an 8-9 gets in somehow and stuff? Because I remember it's falling to the wayside. It'd be hilarious, but I don't know. Like Heineke's in, he's not the answer. I mean, we brought Heineke in to win two must-win games. He lost them both. I think back to the games we've lost. The Cardinals game was brutal. The Commanders game. I just can go through my head like There's only been a couple games like we had no shot. The Jags game being one of them.
Yeah.
Ritter's interception. He said it was his quote today was that was the dumbest throw of my career. I was like, dude, I don't
Oh my
understand.
God, that was the hell was he doing there? It was
I
awful.
don't know.
Uh,
But yeah, I think
Switch
you
to the
do
other
stay.
NFC South. What? You saying something
I
else?
No, I just think you stay with Arthur through the end of the season. Obviously, we'll
You
see what
have
it
to,
is.
yeah.
If I had to guess, it's going to be another 7-10 season. Is my guess. 3 in a row to start the Arthur Smith era. And then I
You
don't know
think
how
they're
much
losing out?
tampering.
You're saying they're losing out?
No, they win one. I think
Oh,
there's a chance they could win this week with Heineke at home. I do against the Colts.
are they? What are they? Are they 6-8?
Yeah, they're 6-8, bro. They're a game
Ah,
behind the
okay.
Saints and the Bucks.
And Bucks, yeah.
It's because the Saints
So
play the Bucks is why the percentages was like what you saw. And the Rams on the road is not easy either right now.
quick take on the Bucks game. I think we talked about this last week. Baker Mayfield will definitely be the Bucks
Well,
quarterback.
I feel more comfortable in
I
that
said
statement
that
after
last
he
week too.
has a perfect
I said
quarterback
it
rating
last
with 4 touchdowns at Lambeau, the only visiting
I
quarterback
said
to
it
ever do
last
that.
I said it last week.
Baker.
Derek
Baker.
Carr played amazing, by the way, against the Giants, but still
Uh,
23-28, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Real quick, as NFC South fans, I think we want them to bring Baker back because I don't think Evans is going to be there. And I don't think Godwin is happy. And I think you bring Baker back and then you think it's going to be awesome again, and it's not going to be
You're
good.
not
It's not
getting
going to
rid
go
of
well.
them both. You're bringing one of them back
I don't think
between
Evans is
Evans
staying
and
there at
Godwin.
all. I think Godwin's more likely to stay.
I don't know.
Mike
His
Evans is
wife,
about to be a chief, bro. Mike Evans is going
his
to be a
wife.
chief.
Oh God, probably so. Godwin's wife was saying something.
Yeah,
Like,
said
don't be
that
bashing him.
yeah, they were. And then he got this target, squeaky wheel.
Yeah.
The Browns and Bears was. I mean, Joe Flacco just continues to. He's got over 40 some attempts in each of the 3 games. Do you know, Matthew Edward? Do you know who Joe Flacco has outscored in every one of his fantasy starts so far this season, week to week compared? What prestigious quarterback do you think that he has outscored in every fantasy performance since he's been starting each week? If you compared them, if you went them head to head,
And they've been the past 3 weeks.
yeah,
This is a shot on me.
no,
One of my teams.
no, that is the Matt Smith mindset right there. You talking crap about me?
It's got to be somebody good.
It is somebody good,
Jalen Hurts,
better than Jalen Hurts.
Mahomes.
Yes.
Mahomes is a crappy
Okay,
little.
he is better than Jalen Hurts in the scheme of NFL football. Yeah, Flacco 17, 22, 15. And I don't know what now. This may have been outside of
Frozen.
I'm wondering now if this is outside of.
You were frozen. We're good.
Oh, yeah. I went through. I'm looking at it right now to make sure. Yeah, Mahomes' last 3 games 13, 15, 15.
It's trash.
Joe Flacco's last 3 games 17, 22, 15.86. And Mahomes was 15.7. So, yes, my stat does hold up in the KDFL.
Mahomes is trash.
He's outscored Mahomes in 3 straight weeks. Joe Flacco.
I would love it if I don't want the Browns to win, but I would love it if Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl this year.
I would take that. Also, it's messing with my lock of the century bet that was still trending the right way. Damar Hamlin, comeback player of the year. I feel like it's gotta be.
That guy, he can't get it. It's ridiculous.
He's a runaway favorite right now. Absolute runaway favorite with it. Now I don't know about this last week because of Flacco. Let me see what it is now.
5 snaps all year.
I am aware of the arguments against, but I'm just saying that's what's going to happen. Especially Tua falling off. Let me see what it is now because Flacco played another good game. So let's see. He was minus 700. Remember, I wanted to make this bet. He was minus 300. Let's see here. Comeback player of the year. Damar Hamlin, minus 600. Joe Flacco is second. What do you think Joe Flacco is at second place?
Plus 400.
Plus 1,000.
Yeah, I'm about to bet it.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna grab for your phone. I knew you were gonna grab for your
I'm
phone.
not doing it. I'm not doing
$100 on Joe Flacco. It gets $1,000.
it.
Flacco plays the Bills in the AFC Championship. That's your dream. You could have
I
parlayed
love it.
Flacco comeback player of the year with Bills Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Bills are winning. I tell you who the hundreds of people that listen to this. I hope you
Hundreds.
all listened to this weeks ago.
Hundreds. Yeah.
I just wish I bet more money than I did. Because it's looking great right now.
I'm looking
Honestly,
at the
great.
rest of
It's
these.
looking very good.
I mean, you started at
Uh,
plus 4,000. You're at plus like 1,300 right now. So yeah, it's amazing.
the Dolphins, Jets don't matter. Doesn't matter.
Texans Titans.
Texans, no, don't care.
The only
Commanders
cool thing about
doesn't
Dolphins
matter.
Jets was the audio of Mike McDaniel calling a one
Yeah, that
touchdown.
was calling it out.
I
Calling it
love him,
one
dude.
touchdown.
He is what I thought Brandon Staley was going to be, and
Call me. Maybe this is me being an old man, but
probably
the capri, the way he wears
the
his
balled
pants,
up
dude,
sweatpants.
just
Yeah,
quit trying to be too cool. Yeah, we get it. You're cool, but I would rather see the guys out there wearing suits. Who is the old
Mike
wasn't there
Nolan.
49ers coach?
Mike Nolan.
Yeah, I love it. Put the
Shout out.
suit
That's
on
going to go on the
versus
preview to confuse.
McDaniels.
That's going to go on the
Mike
preview to confuse
McDaniels.
everybody. I'm like, why
Mike
the hell is there a
McDaniels
Mike Nolan?
short pants.
All
Looks
right, that's
ridiculous.
a nice
Looks
segue because
stupid.
we're done with these. We're done with these 1 o'clock games. The Saints look very good. What am I supposed to say about the Saints? They look very good. They
They're well bound.
caused Tommy DeVito to fire his agent. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, I did. Poor guy.
Yeah. That's a star burning too bright. This guy was on every show ever. And
Yeah.
it was over that pizza thing with the.
Yeah.
I
Which, I
could
mean,
have got got by the internet, but I heard the breaking point was like DeVito said, "Cool it with this Italian shit." Like it
No,
was
he
too
did.
much. I don't know if I got by the internet though, because you know how like they'll do the quotes like it's a real quote.
Yeah.
But that feels like with what's happened with separating himself, that would be like it would get annoying. Like, dude, we just got beat and we're still trying to do all this stuff. Like, I'm
Yeah.
choosing to believe it. Okay. All right. Since we talked about Mike Nolan, this is the conversation I wanted to have. It's brought up in the Discord, and I have interesting take on this. The Niners' most valuable player. Do you rank? Okay. Do you think it's Christian McCaffrey yourself? You froze on me. We're back.
You froze on me. I'm back. Yes.
All right. I stumbled through that. So no edits. This is a no edit episode. So we're just gonna see this. The Niners MVP and league MVP. Do you think that is the same person?
Well, based on who I think you're saying, I disagree with who their MVP is. But yes, it should be the same person.
Do you think that is Christian McCaffrey?
Yes, I do. Yes.
I like how we're doing like a testimony thing right now.
Yes. CMC. He should be the league MVP.
I think he should be the league MVP, but I do not think he's the most important part of the Niners. I do think, and this is what you're laughing at, I know obviously this is not going to happen. To me, Trent Williams is the most important player on that team and possibly one of the best players in the NFL. Like, if you look at their stats when they rush to the left versus to the right, rushing to his side is absolutely dramatically different. Let me see if I can find it on the fly because I didn't. Of course, I didn't prepare enough to have it ready to go. But now, obviously, we're never going to get like that to happen. Here it is. I found it. Oh my God. We're never going to get an offensive lineman. Okay. Niners rushing to their left side without Trent Williams on week 7 and 8, 14 carries for 28 yards, 2 yards per catch. With Trent Williams, weeks 1 through 5, 60 carries, 309 yards. It's over 10 times the yards on only 4 times the carries, 5.2 yards per catch, 8 explosive plays. He is the cog that makes the whole thing go. It is him. Now, put him aside because that's my thought that is the most important player on the Niners. Put him aside because that's not an MVP discussion. I get that. The only argument I have for Purdy over, I've came so full circle around on Purdy now. It's gotten a little bit nutty, but here's my argument. If you're a Niners fan right now, what do you think is more scary to you? Like, oh crap, we're getting ready to play the Cowboys. We don't have Christian McCaffrey, or oh crap, we're getting ready to play the Cowboys. We don't have Brock Purdy. I feel like it's
Um,
Brock Purdy.
I think it's CMC.
I don't know if it's the nature of the position that I'm talking about. I feel like a Niners fan would be more worried about not having Brock Purdy right now than not having
If
Christian
you didn't
McCaffrey.
have Sam Darnold there,
I don't trust him at all.
they don't. Last year, both their QBs got injured in the playoff game, right? I don't even
Yeah,
remember who the
you have to
second
throw that
QB
completely.
was.
Yeah, it was Josh Johnson or whatever, and he couldn't. Yeah,
Yeah, I think they would be fine with Sam Darnold if they needed to be.
I don't think so. I don't know. Now I may be arguing more for the nature of the position than for Brock Purdy. But also I saw this. He does not just sit in there and go first read like people. Okay, I hate that. This sounds like
Yeah,
a
no, he is
love
good.
fest.
He is
He
good.
does not just go
Definitely.
first read like people assume though. Like him and Tua lead the league in like hitting your second and third read guys. Like I think he does. I gotta find the chart. And if I find the chart, I'll put it in the Discord. But he is well above everybody else in one, not going to is he's well behind everybody else and not throwing his first read. Oddly enough, Desmond Ritter blows the stats out of the water with going the first read. He does it so much. And and Purdy's well above everybody else in yards of expectation or whatever it is. But I think that this is all I'm really saying. I think, and I want to hear from the Niners fans. The commission's one, super mini super fan Dot is another. I think that they would be more afraid of losing Purdy right now at this juncture because I think the Shanahan scheme and everything like that, and Trent Williams being able to block. I think obviously McCaffrey is a whole nother world. Like I think he should be the league MVP, but it's a weird little dance I'm trying to do here right now, where I think he's the league MVP because he's had an outstanding season. He's dominated, but I don't know that he is the most important piece to this Niners playoff run. That's all I got. We'll see
He
what
is though.
happens.
CMC had 42 fantasy points last week.
I,
42.
you can't just checkmate me like that at the end of this
I'm just
discussion.
saying, like it's he's ridiculous.
He was the fall down and able to get back up is a wild thing and still score it. Be wide open. All right. Let's see. We don't have a ton more to talk about. I mean, the Cowboys get dominated by the Bills. The Bills continue to go pretty hard. Dak Prescott, everybody, you've been on a huge run this whole fantasy end of the season.
Yeah.
Most teams are in the playoffs if they have Dak, and then for him to come up in your first round matchup and lay this big at I think at 8 points, just not what you want to see. I mean, I think they'll be fine long term, but that the Bills, we like what we're seeing.
James Cook.
You're still going to hijack this team for me. I can still feel it slipping out of my hand. Like I picked it for them again.
James Cook. What happened to Dalton Kincaid? Dude did nothing. Dalton Kincaid did nothing.
I saw that
for the Bills. But James Cook had 36 points also, which I was complaining because James Cook will get 70% of the yards and on the Bills drive, and then they always give it to like Latavius Murray or somebody for the touchdown. Drives you crazy. But then James Cook went off after that.
All right.
Best game of the year.
I need you to switch your hats.
Yep. So talk about the beautiful Jaguars now. Well, this hat's tighter. A little bit tighter. It's a kid's hat.
What did you I hate to put on a joyous hat and then talk about the beatdown with the Ravens.
It's just Trevor fumbling right there, and then
that was the weirdest fumble I've seen.
I saw that was before the concussion, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it definitely was. The concussion, I did see his head bounce back, but it didn't look like too vicious of a bounce back. But God, their defense sucks for one. And the offense, Christian Kirk is a huge piece to that team.
Huge.
He is more important than Calvin Ridley. I think he might
Yeah.
be more important than Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, if they lose to the Bucks on Sunday, the season's over. I think it's
I don't
over.
think it's over.
You lose to the Bucks on Sunday, then
You
you
still have the
got
Panthers. It's one more win.
and
You're almost, I don't want to
then
say guaranteed, but you're very
Panthers and
likely to have a
Titans.
plus 500 record at 9-8. I can't
They
guarantee it when
can't
it gets
they
the
can't
Panthers
lose to the
after what
Bucks.
week I just went through. So
You can't lose to the Bucks though. They can't. They lose to the Bucks, it's just going to
I
be
would very much prefer them not to lose to the Bucks.
a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. And, well, and then also, I mean, the game should. They were not that bad, honestly. They were not that bad.
Not
McManus, the
that bad.
jackass. The jackass McManus misses 2 field goals and then
He did. The before halftime, the going into halftime, running
first
out of
half.
time. Yeah.
The halftime, what the hell are we doing
Yeah.
right there? Who called that? Was that Trevor or was that Peterson?
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, yeah. So the Jacks could have won that game. Thinking about all these mistakes. Best thing is, I sold my tickets and got to watch it from the comfort of my home and did not have travel.
You're
Did
becoming
not
now.
sit in traffic
You're
until 2
becoming
a.m.
the jaded season ticket holder. We start this out. I'll never leave a game early. I'm
Just
so
so
happy to have the ability
funny.
to have the season
Oh,
tickets.
I spent this much on tickets. You mean I
No,
can
I
make
don't
this
want
much
to sit
money
in
selling
traffic.
my tickets?
I don't want to sit in traffic.
I got home at 2 a.m. after the Monday night game. Was not dealing with that to start my week
Coming
this
home
week.
after that game, the drive home would have been quite sad
The
at 1 in
Bengals
the
game, my
morning.
God.
No, yeah, and then this
Now this
game.
game would have been all. I mean, at this game, I would have probably left early because, I mean, I don't think anybody was like, "Oh, the Jags are going to come back."
Is Trevor what's he looking like to play this week? Do you know?
But I don't think he misses. Him and Derek Carr, 2 toughest QBs in the league.
Goodness gracious.
Guy gets a concussion, doesn't miss a play, which tells you how great the doctors of the NFL are. So, I mean, how a $1 billion empire does not pick up stuff like that, and the guy keeps playing. And Collinsworth kept calling out like Trevor kept doing this with his hand.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I don't know what's going on right here, but like they were saying something looked funny. How does New York not call trainers or somebody and say, let's check him out? I mean,
I feel
how do
like
you
we're
not do that?
laxing up on the concussions as we get near playoffs because they don't want to have.
It's
It's just like we laxed up with the COVID positives as we get near playoffs because we can't have these people missing.
yeah,
So
they're
yeah,
flu-like symptoms now.
yeah,
Flu-like.
like symptoms. Do you have anything on
No more
Eagles?
COVID symptoms.
Do you have
We're gonna get
anything on
flagged
Eagles?
on
On
YouTube for this.
Eagles? I know. Do you have anything on the Eagles Seahawks?
Eagles are trash.
They do have little
No, not
cause for
really.
worry. They really do.
Drew Lock, legend. I did see. I was watching. I don't know what I was watching. I think it was Good Morning Football, and they were talking how Bosa said, "Yeah, we gave out the playbook on the how to beat the Eagles." And since that game, every team has followed that playbook, and they've beaten the Eagles. So I don't know. Maybe they aren't. They're definitely not like they were at the beginning of the year or the first 10 weeks of the season. Definitely struggling.
Hurts is like the epitome of fantasy good, but just doesn't look right. Do you know? Can you? I think you're frozen right now, but I'm gonna keep talking through it,
Yeah,
and you're gonna come back. Here you are. Do you know
yeah.
of what percent of Hertz's points would you guess comes from the tush push plays? Give me a
Push
number
push
that you think.
alone.
Yes,
What
the internet
percentage?
is. Yes, the internet's just killing me on this episode.
15%. I don't know.
28.
Hmm.
That is
That's a good amount.
insane.
Yeah,
That is insane.
yeah, it is.
I mean, you got to think how many touchdowns. I mean, it comes from it, but my God, that's an
Yeah.
insane amount of percentage from one play. All right, we're gonna stumble through these KDFL results. Are you ready?
Hold on,
My
wait.
internet is
Let's do
my
our
internet's
Christmas
holding on
wish
for
list.
dear
We have a
life.
little
Oh,
Christmas wish
okay.
list. It's
Sorry. My
good.
Christmas list
The
right now is
Christmas
for
wish
my
list.
internet list. My internet not to
How
be
many candy
two
corn?
cans in a string.
How many? This is a specific NFL Christmas wish list.
All
I
right.
guess
How
it could
many are
be
you doing?
fantasy NFL too. I have a few. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
You going
Go.
first? You don't have
No,
any?
I got some. You want me to go first?
You got my very first one is obviously, as I'm still a beloved Raiders fan, it's for any team in the NFL to win the Super Bowl besides the Chiefs. Get the Chiefs out of here. Nobody wants to see their stupid shit and Taylor Swift and all that fake romance,
Oh,
whatever. Get them out. Make them lose. Don't even win a playoff game. Let whoever win. Let Sean Payton and the Broncos win for all I care. Anybody
oh, Jesus.
besides the Chiefs. Anybody besides the Chiefs, get them out of the Super Bowl.
Okay. So does it have to be for the rest of this year?
No, it can be whatever. It can be this week.
I just want a quarterback, man. I just want a quarterback. Where's he at? Look, we had this man, and it was a beautiful time.
Only Falcons fans
He
think
was
to that.
beautiful,
Think such a thing.
and he was
I mean,
beautiful, and we treated him like dirt.
I'll, I'll basically second that with the Raiders to stop winning games and trade up to draft a great QB. That is a bold wish list. Or trade for a QB. There's the rumors with Justin Fields. Just trade for a QB that gives you hope. Need a QB that gives me hope.
All right, I will do. I want a dark horse Super Bowl champion this year. I want it to not be the Chiefs, like you said. I want it to be like I would love, like I want the Browns would be awesome. The Browns would be awesome. Bengals with Brownie would be a good story. The Bills, obviously, with that comeback would be awesome from how the season started. I prefer it not to be Chiefs, Niners, somewhere in that.
Right.
Niners have went through a lot though, so I don't
Eagles
know.
too, though. Eagles,
Yeah,
Niners,
no Eagles.
Chiefs.
I'm out on the Eagles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had, I would go Niners if I had to pick one of those, just because it's been a lot. But then I also think about the ramifications after the fact of hearing about the Niners would be a lot as well.
Here's a Christmas wish list I added to it. Instead of just saying the Jaguars to win the Super Bowl, I will say the Jaguars to face the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
A magical Super Bowl within the KDFL.
Oh my God.
A lot of fighting. Or peace.
It would be magical.
I'll just be happy that we made it.
That would be. All right. Selfishly, I'm gonna go in the KDFL.
I got one more.
I need my wish list is that stupid Golden Deuce trophy. All right. Because I don't know if I'm gonna win this week against the River Rats. But if I do, that means I'm in the title game for the third straight year. And that is a disaster.
We can't have him destroy it as he says he's going to.
Yeah.
Although we will be buying a new one, a brand new one for the 2024 winner.
So that's I want to be the first team to win the title and this. And that's my only claim to fame. I have terrible drafting last 4 or 5 seasons. So that's my only glimmer of satisfaction right now.
I guess I have 2 more. I'll do one NFL and one KDFL.
All right.
The NFL, which I've been singing for a while, I want a QB to not win the MVP. I want the MVP to go.
I like
to
that one.
A different
That's
position.
a good one. Trent Williams.
Switch it up once. Yeah, yes, Trent Williams. So we will start that campaign. Let's start a website, Trent Williams for NFLMVP.com.
Tyreek's injury screwed us.
The KDFL one 5 years ago, I brought on the beautiful Buston Smith to the KDFL league.
Oh no!
The Christmas wish list. I want the Hurricane Wampus Cats to win the championship. Spoiler alert for KDFL results.
The picks coming up. Yeah, the results of the picks coming up. Let's segue right to it. Are you ready?
I will have a parade in Hurricane for the Wampus Cats. I will fly. If they win.
You imagine just a giant Wampus cat costume, just Wobbuskets. All right, let's go right into the KDFL. We go now. It was round 1 of the playoffs. We're going to start in the Golden Deuce tournament. For those that haven't been following along, this is the consolation bracket, but it does have some significant meaning.
With the Kanawha County Kings
You just
traveling
started
to the
because I was
Dobermans.
no,
Am I frozen?
hold on.
Am I frozen? All right.
No, wait. No cuts in
What?
this episode. No cuts. I
All
started
right.
out talking about the Golden Douche while I was frozen. We're going to start with the Golden Douche scores.
Oh, Golden Deuce. Golden Deuce.
Hold on. For those that haven't been following along, the Golden Deuce tournament is the consolation tournament of the KDFL. It has significant impact as the winner of this gets the first pick of the third round, aka pick 25. It is significant in our drafts. So now, take it away with the Lumberjacks and the Gamblers. You're gonna love to watch it back. It froze. I'm explaining it all in detail. And it comes back, and you're just like the Kings and the Dobermans. Here we go.
I wonder if they hear you too, or
they do because it's my computer recording.
Oh, that's bullshit. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, we start out with the Lumberjacks going in the Golden Deuce against traveling to the Cross Vegas Gamblers. Most people expected the Lumberjacks to pull the upset here based on the Gamblers. I'm not even sure what seeds what. I don't know who was away, who was home, but I'm going with the Gamblers were the home team. Anyway, the Lumberjacks get a monster performance from the great tight end Sam Laporta, followed by Chris Godwin. Wife came through, helped him out. 10 catches, 155 yards for him. Along, that was their main 2 scorers, actually. And then the Cross Vegas Gamblers get David Njoku with 26 points. Curtis Samuel with 21 points. Ugly performances. But overall, most people, the predictions were right. The Lumberjacks pull off the victory. They advance to the second round of the prestigious Golden Deuce tournament. Lumberjacks win. All right. Stumbling.
Yes. You can tell we're getting near the end of the season. All right. We got the overview next. Yeah. Where the 5-9 River Rats in the Golden Deuce tournament are hosting the 4-10 Nocatee Zen Masters. Jameer Gibbs leads the way for the River Rats with 25 points on Saturday night. As mentioned earlier, James Cook has his best performance of his career with 36 for the Zen Masters, and Noah Brown helps contribute with 22 of his own. And I believe his name is Divine Diablo. Is that correct? For the Raiders.
That's right.
Wraps up the Zen Masters high scores with 20 of his own. And Devin Singletary, former Mega Power, once traded from the Mega Powers to the River Rats for a first-round pick. Often regarded as one of the worst trades that the River Rats have made. That's a tough list. But he is contributing right now in a heavy way with 21 points. Jordan Love wraps it up with 20 points of his own. And in a close game, due to IR stipulations, the River Rats get the win 189-178.
How dare Devin Witherspoon not play? All right. Now we go to the winners bracket. We're going to these teams fighting for the championship, the KDFL championship going on. It's what year? What year is this? 11th year? I don't know. How many years have we got?
Year 12.
Okay. Going for the 12th year championships, down to 14, or I guess still 6 teams remaining. Good God. Anyway,
here we go, baby.
The Kings travel to the Dogtown Dobermans. Controversy as the Kings maybe not have, maybe should have been in the playoffs to begin with, but they get strong performance from Brock Purdy, followed by Derek MVP Carr with 23 points. CeeDee Lamb coming through again. Some say he's a little bit better than Mac Jones, scoring 19 points. But the Dobermans get a monster, as spoiled earlier. 42 points from CMC, the MVP of the league, followed by, I want to say Jordan Love, but it's not Jordan Love. Who is Jay Love for the Seahawks, getting 30 points. And then
Julian Love.
Julian Love. It's Jordan Love's brother.
Julian.
Is that Fred Warner?
Yes, that's Fred Warner.
Is it Fred?
Yes.
That's what I said. I said Fred. Dobermans easily knocking out the controversial 6 seed. I don't know. Are they 6 seed? Whatever. Kanawha County Kings winning 275 the 201. Kings did not show up.
So some are saying that Kananoa County stands for karma. Some are saying. I don't know who it would be. Some are saying.
Yep.
All right, now we go to the defending champions, South Hills Evil Empire, hosting the Hurricane Wampus Cats, looking for their very first KDFL playoff win. The Wampus Cats start off with Amon Ra St. Brown with 24 points and Marquez Sweat with 24 points of his own. And Cooper Cup, Evil Empire Legends, shows up big in the playoffs with 25. Eric Kendricks with 24 of his own. And even on the arm of the amazing Joe Flacco, Amari Cooper is revitalized with 21 points. But Kenneth Walker on Monday night comes through huge for the Wampus Cats in what some thought was a negative matchup. He scores 20 with a touchdown. And the Hurricane Wampus Cats have done it. They have knocked off the defending champion dynasty Evil Empire. Wampus Cats get the victory, 243 to 236. And for the first time in I don't know how many years, we will not be talking about the Evil Empire as we talk about the second round of the playoffs. Champagne flowing in Hurricane right now.
Preparing
all right, that's it for your KDFL round one results. You all are all welcome for that recap. All right, let's go. All right, we're gonna start. Oh, yes, I gotta share screen. This computer is absolutely humming right now.
We don't need to show last week's.
No. Oh, throw the results up on the big board. Thank you for reminding me right now. You can see that Detroit keeps his winning ways going. He goes 2-2. Matt and I both go 1-3. Detroit, yes, has it locked up practically. I think I'd have to go perfect and be different than him to catch him in the standings. As far as the NFL picks go, it's a disaster. Detroit's the only one to get one right by taking the Lions, but still the money parlay does improve to 8-7 on the year. All right, now back to us. Let us go. This is our best show we've ever done. I was right, year 12, by the way, just for the record. Box scored up. Which one are we going to first? I believe we're going to go to yes. I know what I'm saying. Share the screen.
Douche for the championship.
We go to douche first. Got to build up in prestige. All right, what screen do you see right now?
I see your desktop.
You see the wrong screen. Stop shares. What a show.
Get that picture away.
It could have been terrible. There is nothing on that screen. All right, there we go. That would have been amazing. All right. All right, let's take it off. First up, we got the Renegade trying to defend their Golden Deuce Trophy, hosting the Lumberjacks. Detroit has went Renegades on this one. Matt, what's it?
Are we sure this is going to be the starting lineup for the Renegades?
People are saying.
Should we look at their bench to see how many points they're? I think they were projected.
It appears to be on the up and up right now.
All right, this is the final results.
All right.
I don't know. Might be some anger going on tomorrow after listening to this. I mean, there's a lot of check marks I see right here for the Lumberjacks. So it's
no,
a tough
you don't.
One.
You see him for the Renegades.
Okay. 0. It's joking. The Lumberjacks have 0, basically. Let's get the running backs going, or let's get the rookies going, as always, for the Lumberjacks. It's not going to happen. I mean, look at the Renegades. As long as they start their lineup, don't start your lineup. Nobody needs that 25th pick. Bench your lineup like you said you were going to. I'm going to Renegades, though.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and what I want to see, basically, is a whole lot of nothing, honestly. I mean, he has the running back matchups that are going to give him a very consistent floor. Montgomery and Mixon both have done very well as of late. T. Higgins with Jamar Chase out. Yeah, it's all Renegades here. I'm going with the Roxanne Renegades to make it back to the Constellation Championship. Next, we have the Rockview River Rats traveling to Melbourne to take on my Mega Powers. Detroit is taking his beautiful Elkview River Rats in this game here. Matt, what say you?
I mean, it's closer than I thought. Although the River Rats should not be in this again. Our eligibility issues. Let's see what Dak going to rebound. That game against the Dolphins could be a shootout. Hopefully, make it fun. Trying to see. That's the main thing for the Mega Power. See how they do with your OP. Oh, you do got Joe Flacco, thanks to me.
I do got him.
Geno Smith. Is there not QB controversy at all going on right there? Geno
They are not.
sure
Geno is
starting.
fully back. He is for sure starting.
He is. That's what they said. Geno is
That's
back.
what they
Okay.
said. He is back.
I did see Darren Waller was back. I just don't see it for the River Rats. As much as they tried, the Mega Powers are the hottest team in the league. Mega Powers.
Oh, I look like I keep that narrative going, even though we put up like two. Well, I didn't start my team though, so it was on bye. So, previous matchup, the Mega Powers did not score 200 points. That is a disgrace. Looking to rebound heavily in this game. Main thing I want to see is Drake London bounce back with Heineke at home. Drake London's shown so many solid flashes. It's still only the wide receiver 39. I want to see consistent production. So that's the matchup I'm watching. Give me the Mega Powers. All right. On to the title game. And let me see which one I have first. All right. It is the Dobermans and the Sinners. Detroit has went with the Dobermans in this matchup.
The Sinners having the first round bye will forever blow my mind.
What does this team have to do to get your respect? I don't understand.
Not look like this. That's what they needed to do.
Goodness gracious.
I thought Ramondre was out for a while. I guess he's back.
The Sinners certainly seem to think so.
Against the Broncos, though, so I'm not sure he'll actually do much. Mike Evans, Gardner Minshew. He's got to dominate against the Falcons. I don't think that's going to happen either, though. The Dobermans. CMC again, league MVP, CMC. Josh Allen back to life, doing great. Alvin Kamara is actually, he is I guess he's the fifth best running back in the league, which is wild because he did get suspended for 3 games.
It is crazy to think about.
And the Saints are, I'll spoil that later. Dobermans win this easily. Sinners are gone, and Sinners are going to, dark.
I love this rivalry. This rivalry here.
The next 7-8 years, I'd say.
Gosh, they're only gone. They're not only do they lose, but they're in purgatory. That's awful to see. Basically, when I'm looking at this, McCaffrey gets a decently tough test with Baltimore. So I want to see how he performs in that. And I want this Bills train to keep on rolling with Josh Allen. So yeah, give me the Dobermans advancing to the championship for the first time in quite a number of years. I want to say since around the beginning of the league. So next up, we have the Hurricane Wampus Cats, fresh off their big victory over the Evil Empire, taking on the Midnight Riders. Detroit has went with the Midnight Riders in this pick. Matt, take it away.
And these check marks don't look good again for the Wampus Cats. Will Levis, again, give the man a chance. Is he playing? It looked like he went down pretty bad last week, but then they said it was just might have been an ankle.
It's tough, man. It's tough. He didn't practice today.
I mean, he still won last week. Levis only got 14 points. Levis has to do just enough. Again, the Wampus Cats have to get the wide receivers. The Brown brothers, Metcalf. Let's see Derrick Henry come back to life some too. He did all right last week. For them, Midnight Riders, the wide receivers. Although Rashee Rice, I saw Rashee Rice was in his lineup. Is that the new replacement for Justin Jefferson? I can't say I love that as much.
You're spoiling me a little bit.
Mahomes against the Raiders. Ah, God, late Christmas come and just the Raiders beat the shit out of the Chiefs. And Mahomes do nothing.
What a prediction.
Again, I can't start planning a Christmas parade or a Super Bowl parade and pick the Midnight Riders here. It's not happening. The Wampus Cats are winning this and going to the championship. Let's go Wampus Cats.
Look, I'm looking at this. I love the Ty Chandler. I love what Ty Chandler did last week. It was a career game for him. Although the Lions are a little bit better against the run than they are the pass, I would say significantly better. So that'll be interesting to see. But I think Rashee Rice, they're dying for someone to step up in the receiver role with the Chiefs. I think Rashee Rice can do that. I'm looking at this. There's been two solid teams all throughout the year. When you back out the Evil Empire, it's the Dobermans, it's the Midnight Riders. Let's have that in the title game, a fitting title game to end the KDFL season. Give me the Midnight Riders going back to the championship. This is it for your KDFL predictions. Let's stop the share. Matt, can you give, for us to be under an hour, can you give your picks in under 2 minutes?
Yeah, clearly. Saints. Who's Saints playing? They're the
Rams on Thursday night.
Rams. Tomorrow night, Saints win. I think I picked the Saints multiple times this year. Who the Packers playing? I wrote my winners down, but the Packers are win. The Packers -5 is my lock of the week. Who are they playing? I can't remember.
I'm trying to see.
Anyway, Packers -5. Lock it down.
They're playing the Panthers.
It's Christmas. Enjoy the holidays. You got family. You got eggnog. You got cookies. You got everything. Who cares?
We got cookie.
Don't go too crazy about football this weekend.
Yeah,
None of your family wants to hear you screaming at the TV on Monday when the Raiders are losing 42-0 to the Chiefs.
Oh my God.
Enjoy the holidays. Enjoy your family. Don't do anything stupid. Godspeed.
All right. Detroit says I suck, and he is going to go with the Cowboys +1.5. And he's going to go with the Panthers outright beating the Packers for his upset of the week. I am going with the Jets giving points to the Commanders. Jets -3 seems ridiculous, so of course I'm going to take it. And then I'm going to go with the Patriots outright beating the Broncos. I want to see if there's overlasting effects from Sean Payton just berating Russell Wilson on the sideline. I want to see if that carries over a little bit. For the Stealing Money parlay, I've got an easy one this week. The Chiefs money line, Eagles money line, and Packers money line. Parlay that up -109, practically even money. All right. So follow this podcast at KDFL Podcast on Twitter and X. Be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube video. And in the homepage, you can follow along with the league to see the playoff results. So for Jonathan Detroit Haynes, for the Zinfo Matt Smith, I'm Brett Steele, and we will see you here next week with our KDFL Championship preview right here on the KDFL Dynasty Football Podcast.